What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld Podcast, Week 5 NFL Sunday Games 2021. We kick it off with the Jets and the Falcons, and yes, the Jets still suck overseas. They got manhandled, but listen, the way the score is right now, it doesn't actually reflect what was actually going on in the game. The Falcons were actually beating the hell out of the Jets for a while. They came back a little bit late in the game, so, garbage time stuff. But I do want to give a shout out to Kyle Pitts. Many of us that play fantasy, we've been waiting for Kyle Pitts to have a big game. He did have 119 yards finally, and started to do stuff. He's a very, very big player. We all know about him in college and stuff like that. Very, very elusive, runs like a wide receiver. But we're going to have to figure out if Matt Ryan can utilize his capabilities and get away with a lot of the stuff that he does as far as just throwing the ball anywhere. I think he has a big enough target, and I think he still will evolve into somebody very, very good. But for the time being, finally he got over 100 yards. He looks pretty good. And like I said, even the Jets, there's nothing to really talk about the Jets. Zach Wilson, he's going to continue to get better, obviously. But for now, I just don't even know what they're doing, to be totally honest. Even overseas, it's just like, what are we doing? And why is it that the NFL continuously sends teams that are terrible overseas? That's like really bad, because if we were over there, we wouldn't want to watch it. But it is what it is. The Lions and the Vikings, Dan Campbell, these losses are really taking a toll on him and his body and his mind. I don't think he understood what he was getting into when he, signed on for the Lions job. But I will tell you this, the passion that he shows, I love that. I think the players want to play for him. I think they want to lay everything out. They just suck. And that's pretty much what it is, dude. The Vikings, they got away with a really lucky win. They've been losing these close games over and over again. Remember, the Lions should have actually beat the Ravens. So they've just been having some really bad luck closing out games. They're sort of like the Chargers were last year, but now the Chargers has reversed the polarity, and they're actually winning those close games. You guys remember that last year, bro? How they were winning. They were losing a lot of games by like 1-2 points at the last minute. That's what I think we're seeing right now with the Lions. But I appreciate what Dan Campbell's out there doing. The Saints and the football team. The one thing that we all remember about this game is the Hail Mary from Jameis Winston, dude. Listen, Jameis Winston is a very unique quarterback, because you always feel he's going to do something stupid, and then when he does something and it works, you're like, oh my God, like, wow, it's weird, bro. So we don't really know what type of quarterback he is. It's dude, watching him is wild. And also, Taysom Hill got straight smashed up and had to leave on a cart, but that's not what this is about. The Washington football team, I don't know what's going on with Tyler Heineke, but, Tyler, however you want to say his name, we're going to have to figure out what's going on, because defensively, they're not playing as well as we thought, and offensively, we already figured that the quarterback situation would probably be an issue. But Kamara went crazy, 71 rush yards, a rush TD, 51 reception yards, and a reception TD. Kamara's just a monster, bro. Like, he's pretty much, he's an all-purpose dude, and I don't think he gets enough credit for what he does for that Saints offense. But Washington, the jury's still out on those guys. The Patriots and the Texans. I actually tweeted out that, Bill Belichick might low-key get fired. A lot of you guys are like, no, it was Bill Belichick, eight rings, whatever. But he was getting outplayed by Mills. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was really, really bad, the QB for the Texans. And one of the things that I have to really say about this whole Deshaun Watson situation, they're going to have to rage trade him before November, before the deadline. Just get him out of there, bro. I think the Texans are a formidable team. They played the Patriots very, very tough. It took everything out of this Patriots team to win this game. So I really do believe the Texans can be formidable. I just think that Deshaun Watson still currently being on the roster, it's too much stuff going on. Just let Mills be the guy, and Davis Mills, and just leave it alone, bro. Just move on, because it's not going to get any better. But the Patriots are not as good as I thought they would be, and they're really struggling with, what we would consider lesser teams. So we have to continue to watch and see how this actually works out. But I was very impressed with the Texans, and I think that they're a tough, underrated team at this time. The Buccaneers and the Dolphins. Now, I tweeted out early in this game, what is it, death, taxes, and Tom Brady struggling against the Dolphins. And that was early in the game. Then all of a sudden, the dude exploded for 400 pass yards, 5 TDs, and the dude is like a 97 years old. You got to give Tom Brady credit. And what we're seeing is, when you look at the Patriots, it's going to take some time, because Bill Belichick can be as much of a defensive genius as he wants to be. But if you don't have that guy on the center, Mac Jones is going to evolve, possibly into a suitable quarterback. But we're seeing what Tom Brady really meant to that Patriots team. Even after the Super Bowl, you still watch the Patriots, and you're like, where's Tom Brady? It just doesn't make any sense. It's like, what's going on? It's really, really wild. But the Dolphins, they're just, right now, Tua being hurt, it's not the same thing. They can't really deal with what's going on. Antonio Brown running around like he's Usain Bolt. The Buccaneers just have way too many weapons to have any issues with, bad teams. And the Dolphins right now, they're a bad team. You know, I don't know if Tua would fix any of the problems, but right now they're a bad team. The Packers and the Bengals. The Packers actually should have lost this game because Crosby was missing kicks like he was like a infant. Bro, dude, he was so bad in this game, and the Bengals rookie kicker had a chance to close it out also, and they thought they won, but the ball hit the flag and it never went through, and they actually lost. So it was pretty tough. I really thought the Bengals were going to pull this out. Another nice game by Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. He did possibly have a throat contusion, so hopefully he gets well quickly and get back. That connection with he and Jamar Chase is just absolutely one to be desired. I'm really enjoying that, so we have to wait and see how that works out. But Aaron Rodgers played pretty well with Devontae Adams all the way up until it came, crunch time for a field goal. And like I said, Crosby was just trash. They could have won this game like 3 or 4 times. The Packers actually won this game, I would definitely say like 3 or 4 times. But it doesn't really matter. In the NFL, it is what it is. You got to go out there and prove it. And ultimately the Packers were meant to, the football doesn't lie, so the Packers were meant to win the game. And it is what it is. But it could have been over a lot sooner if Crosby could make a damn kick, but he sucks. Broncos and the Steelers. This right here was more of a blowout than this is shown right now. So I'm not going to really go into it too crazy. I think Teddy Bridgewater, he's just like, dude, I'm just very happy for him that he was able to get signed and get money, because he's for me, you're not going to win like major stuff with him. He's a guy that's going to give you just enough to manage the game, and that's pretty much it. And he had a chance at the end of the game to do, make a play, through a pick, whatever. But Big Ben Roethlisberger, he had more time in the pocket than we've seen in a while. And he did, for the most part, with the exception of getting smashed up and dropping the ball with that fumble. He made some good decisions. So the Steelers being 2-3, we got to watch it. Broncos 3-2, but that's a fake 3-2. Like, they're not going to do anything, so it doesn't matter. But the Steelers look a little bit decent offensively because they had time. He had time in the pocket. He could still throw that thing. So we got to wait. But I don't believe the Steelers are going to be any issue for anybody in the playoffs or anything like that. I don't think that they're good enough this year to really compete at that high level. The Eagles and the Panthers. Look, dude, I thought it was done. I thought the Eagles were done, dude. They were down like 15-3 or some kind of weird number like that. And they just fought. Bro. The Panthers not having CMC is a real problem. Christian McCaffrey, like, if he's not there, dude, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. And Jalen Hurts, I believe, and I've been telling you guys this, a lot of you guys have been very, very hard on Jalen Hurts, but when you look at the offensive side of the ball, they're not that talented. And he actually willed this team to win with his legs and just making great plays and clutch time decisions, at the right time. I'm being totally honest. Like, I don't really care for the Eagles, but I watch all the players play, and I love what he has. I just love what he has. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of you guys don't really understand. If you don't have talent around you, it's very difficult to win games. And you guys are going to bring up the rookie wide receiver. You're going to bring up all Miles Sanders. You're going to do all that stuff. But it's just not... Dude, I don't know. It's a very, very tough thing for people to try to go out there and just win without having anything. I don't think the Eagles are that talented. But again, it is what it is. The Panthers, they came out. I believe that they're also a false 3-2. They should have a losing record as well, but it is what it is. CMC is out, and they can't really do a lot of stuff that's going on, so we have to wait to see how that pretty much works out. The Titans and the Jaguars. Now, Derrick Henry is a force of nature. And before we get into the Titans, Trevor Lawrence is going to be very, very special in this league. It's going to take time. He's going to have to go through the losses and all the pain to do whatever. And I do want to tell you this. The Jaguars have been in every game early and just let it go late. You know what I'm saying? Like in the first half, they fought, and then they've just been trash. And that's what's been happening. But Trevor Lawrence is special. The Titans are what they are. They're going to run the football. And, possibly, if the quarterback needs to throw the ball a couple times, he'll make a couple throws. Ryan Tannehill will go out there and throw a couple dots. But it's based all around Derrick Henry. And it is what it is. But the Jacksonville Jaguars lost 20 straight games. And that's the third longest streak in NFL history. So that's a problem. The Browns and the Chargers, this was a very, very exciting game. An extremely, extremely exciting game until the Chargers kicker missed the extra point and we thought it was over. But Justin Herbert, he a dog. He had 5 total TDs, 4 passing touchdowns, 1 rush. He's the real deal. He's that franchise QB that's already solidified himself in his second year. And I think the players believe in him. I think the coaches believe in him. They're going to be held to pay. Now, the Browns played very, very well. A lot of people are going to be all down on Baker. No, dude. Baker played well. You know what I'm saying? You could call him average, you call him what. Dude, he played very, very well. The Chargers just got some real lucky breaks as far as, a couple plays with the ref calls or whatever. But that duo with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, bro, listen, that's next level. But I don't want to, like I said, I thought Baker Mayfield played well enough to win that game. But, when you lose, everybody's going to have something to say about it. So you got to deal with it. That's part of being an NFL athlete. The Bears and the Raiders, the Bears just absolutely dominated the Raiders. The Raiders are going through a lot of different issues, emails from, years back, like 11 years back or whatever with, Chucky and everything like that. Justin Fields went out there and did what he was supposed to do. He got a little bit nicked up, came back, and was able to, finish the game off. So, the Bears were able to handle that. The Raiders just did not play well. A lot of overthrows from Derek Carr, a lot of drops, a lot of weird stuff going on. Questionable stuff that was going on, but I don't think the team was mentally prepared to play after all the breaking news about their head coach. Again, you guys can have your own opinions on that, but I'm just talking about the gameplay itself. The Raiders did not look ready to play. For whatever reason it was, I don't know. We don't know. Whatever it is, bro, look, they just didn't play well. And that's just where we're going to leave it at that point. So, they're going to have to get better. We were talking about Super Bowl for the Raiders like a couple weeks ago. Now we're like, them dudes is garbage. So it is what it is. The Niners and the Cardinals. This is very interesting that the Cardinals are 5-0, bro. Like, dude, they haven't been 5-0 since like the 70s or something like that. I don't know what it is, but Kyler Murray's the real deal. The Niners played very, very well, but Kyler Murray's the real deal. DeAndre Hopkins is reminding people like, I should be in the conversation still as one of the top wide receivers in the league. It is what it is. I don't know what else I can really say about this. I'm very impressed with what they're doing. They're finding ways to win in games that are close, and they're able to put points on the board when we're like, it ain't no way. And Kyler Murray's running around like Mighty Mouse in the backfield, and I guess nobody wants to sack him. I don't know. Like, people are running right next to him and literally can't touch him. It's absolutely weird. It's actually like a video game, dude. Like, the guy is wild and savage. So we have to wait to see how this works out. But the Cardinals could be a problem because I think that they're good enough defensively and offensively to beat any team in the league. And that's my honest opinion. Will they win the Super Bowl? I don't know. But I think they're good enough to beat anyone in the league right now. The Giants and the Cowboys. Okay, first of all, Saquon Barkley is always injured, and that was a freak injury with his own teammate, turning his ankle. But the Cowboys beat the brakes off the Giants, bro. They beat the brakes off of them. And I got to be totally honest. I told you guys like 2 or 3 weeks ago, even after week 1, when the Cowboys lost to the Buccaneers, I see something different in this team, and they're playing and doing whatever they want. Over 500 yards of offense. Trevon Diggs is going insane. I think he's the best cornerback in the league right now. Dude, they are outraged. They are playing like savages. And if they keep playing like this, if they keep this momentum going throughout, Zeke looked like the young Zeke. This is dangerous. Without even Tony Pollard, like, he looked like he was Tony Pollard. And we were talking about like lightning and thunder. Dude, Zeke was lightning yesterday. You can't have Zeke running like that and have Pollard and have Dak playing well. Dude, it's a nightmare. But at the end of the day, with Saquon being out, he's a huge part of the Giants offense. So I don't know what's going to happen with him, but I do believe at this point he's too injury prone. So I don't know about his future with the Giants. The Bills and the Chiefs. The Bills defense completely annihilated for the most part Patrick Mahomes. They figured out what they needed to do to stop him and lock him up. Now, there was a huge delay because of lightning in the stadium. That could have thrown off the momentum, but they were already down by 2 scores when that happened. And the Bills just continued to crush them once they came back. So the revenge from the AFC game last year in the playoffs was definitely successful. But as you know, this is just a regular season game. They still have to go out there and prove that they're the better team every week. And I think the Bills will continue to do that. As far as the Chiefs, they got a lot of work to do. Their defensive linemen being out and stuff like that going on. They were getting very, very limited pass rush. And Josh Allen was running around like Michael Vick. We got to see how this, ends. But I do believe Bills in the AFC are one of the toughest teams right now in the NFL. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to see you guys and girls soon. One love, y'all.